Hey Pisces, welcome to Perspective 1111. My name is Nikki, and this is the Pisces um, Twin Flame Energy Reading. Okay, these are designed not in a way of what is he doing, what is she doing. These are designed, this is Pisces, okay, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. They are designed to bring in awareness, conscious awareness, because when we have conscious awareness of what's going on in our energy, in order, like as far as our healing and stuff goes, we have less resistance. And when we have less resistance, we get deeper healing. And when we get deeper healing, we are able to move forward in a more linear time. Okay. So this is the purpose here for these particular readings, these divine energy readings that I'm doing. I'm going to see how they go over anyway out there. So hopefully you guys find them informative and of use to you. But I'm a Piscean, by the way. Okay. Sun and Moon and Mercury. Okay. But when I was, okay, the last nearly month, I have been feeling this newness, this freshness, this expansion, this wanting to express myself. And normally I was the type of person where I would sit back, and especially being a Pisces sun and moon, so, and Mercury, that's my expression as well. So very intuitive, very, very deep within myself, always reflecting, not really expressing, more reflecting, right? Having clear understanding and clear knowing, but not really speaking out. That's where I lacked, right? Was being able to speak my truth, being able to express myself in some way, being able to communicate it in some way. And just this last month, man, I have been feeling like I just want to... I started the YouTube thing. I told my mom I was raised Catholic, so this is a no-no. And so it was a big obstacle for me to overcome to even be here doing this. But I expressed to my mom about it. Of course, well, I'm dancing with the devil. She doesn't want to hear about it. I spewed my feelings out, my truth. I didn't say anything about twin flames or anything, but to my divine masculine about my feelings, how I felt. In regards to him and the depth of our connection. I didn't mention anything that was over the top because he's very not open to this stuff, or at least hasn't been open to this stuff. But then again, we've only talked a few times in the last, 18 months or so. But yeah, spewed what I was feeling, my inner self, my inner truth. Spewed that and was like, where is all this coming from? Because I was just not that person before. And here it is, guys. Okay. So when I was doing the meditation for the month of May for Pisces, I was just feeling this on a stronger level than even what I had been feeling for the last month. And I think I feel it a little earlier, especially with the Pisces, than when it actually comes in, with it being both in my sun and my moon. But yeah, period of expansion, guys, period of expression. Pisces is starting a whole new life phase, and man, I'm feeling it, and it feels good. It feels good, guys. So anyways, let's take a look at what the energies are here. So I have the overall energies for Pisces for the month. Then I have an overall energy for divine masculine side and an overall energy for the divine feminine side. I have it broken down into the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. What I have done is, and then some messages. What I've done is I have pulled the oracle cards ahead of time, because anybody who has ever done anything on YouTube knows how long it takes to do this whole conversion thing. The longer your video is, the longer it takes to convert and upload. And to be honest with you, it takes, I find that on a reading, say, if a reading is, say, 20 minutes, 10 minutes of it is pulling cards. Especially if you're, pulling from different decks. So I don't want to have, 45-minute readings when you're going into this many energies, and then have half hour of, pulling cards. Okay. So what I've done is we'll pull the clarifiers on these, because these clarify this, right? So we'll pull the clarifiers on these individuals, and then I'll pull an Atlantean starseed at the end, an Atlantis oracle at the end, as well as messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. I hope it's informative. I hope it gives you some understanding, some clarity, because the first step in healing and knowing what's going on within your own energy so you can work with it and not resist it is awareness. So that's my point. That's my purpose. I have found it extremely beneficial for me. I've been doing energy healing for a while. I am also an energy healer now. So it's really been beneficial to me to know what's going on within my energy. And I find Pisces can struggle. And I don't know if it's just because I've got it both in my sun and my moon, so conscious and subconscious. But I find Pisces can struggle sometimes on really figuring out what it is they are feeling. Okay? And I think it's because it's such an intuitive sign. That they pick up on the energies in their environment at a deeper level than other signs do. And so this can get very confusing, and it can upset your energy, in a way of knowing and not knowing what is you. So I wouldn't mind you guys commenting on that and commenting on this fresh new energy that's coming in. I would really appreciate that. Make sure I'm not all on my own here. Okay. So let's go. The overall energies for Pisces, the first one I pulled was Whispers of Love. And this was blowing my mind as it was coming out because of what I had been feeling, and the way I had been changing and acting within this last month. Well, even longer than that, really, when I think about it, going back to to end of February, maybe. But honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. And this is exactly what I've been feeling, guys. Not just speaking up and speaking out for myself, but really being honest, speaking honestly, really wanting to come from a place of honest and truth, and compassion at the same time, not forceful. You know what I mean? And oh man, blew my mind when I saw this. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? And then I pulled the Syrian starseed, which came out as the Hanging Man in reverse, which is all about coming out of a period where you have been still and silent and just absorbing and just trying to gain perspective and understanding and clarity and wisdom, right? The Hangman is about taking a time out, right? Meditation, just being within yourself and trying to understand your own thoughts and your own feelings, and trying to gain some clarity on situations. And it came out in reverse, coming out of that period of time here, wanting to express your honesty, okay? Wanting to express your truth, wanting to communicate with people more from a deeper level. And then my mind was again blown again by spirit, because the Akashic Tarot card came out as number 3, Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is the spirit of the archangel of communication. Okay? So spiritual communication, as well as communication with others. It's all about expressing your truth. It's all about expressing yourself in words, in thoughts, in body language. It's all about communication. Archangel Gabriel, it's about calling in Archangel Gabriel to help you express to help you release the expression that you're holding on to here. So if you are struggling with expression, this is the month, okay? This is the month. The energy is here to support. This is the month to really do some healing on releasing blocks to communication, to expression, really doing some work on that throat chakra. And that throat chakra, by the way, has been getting some upgrades, okay? Has been getting some upgrades in the last few weeks. I've been getting some pain in my neck, in my jaw, in my ears, pinches and twinges, and when I do readings, if there's like lack of communication or something going on, my throat chakra starts going crazy now. And my throat chakra has been going a bit, wonky off and on. And I knew we were getting DNA upgrades. So we have been getting DNA upgrades in regards to communication, in regards to the throat chakra. I know other people, a friend of mine messaged me last week asking what this was that she was feeling. And of course, immediately, Spirit told me. That's how I knew. Spirit told me right away, throat chakra upgrades. And then I happened to see Phil Good's post, was it yesterday or the night before last, about 2 days after I had told her this, what Spirit had told me about DNA upgrades for throat chakra, that he was reporting the same thing. Okay, DNA upgrades for throat chakra. But Pisces is getting it big, okay? Pisces is getting the communication big coming through. Release your expression, being able to release your expression. So anybody who is struggling with that, this is something substantial to work on this month because the energy is really, really right for it, okay? Divine masculine energy over here. The overall divine masculine energy within the Piscean came out as Kuan Yin, the goddess of nurturing, also the goddess of mercy. I know her as the goddess of mercy, but in this deck, she's labeled as the goddess of nurturing. Kuan Yin is all about the feminine energy, okay? Expressing the feminine energy, allowing expression from the feminine energy, recognizing the feminine energy, encouraging the feminine energy, all about compassion and intuition, and communication, okay? So the divine masculine energy within for Pisces is receiving assistance and help from Kuan Yin. So if you are having trouble with your expression, call upon Kuan Yin, the goddess of mercy, as well as Archangel Gabriel, to help clear any blockages, picture blue light going into your throat chakra, and clearing away any blockages in things that deny you expression, okay? In the divine feminine energy of Pisces, and here's where that expansion feeling was coming from, guys. Rebirth. Woohoo! This is a whole new life cycle. This is a whole new phase of life. A whole brand new life cycle that is restarting. This is a rebirth of Pisces for Pisces this month. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's coming out of the place of stagnation here, okay, with the Hangman. Coming out of a place of stagnation and into a rebirth, into a new, brand new life cycle where you're going to be able to express yourself easier, where you're going to be able to move forward in things. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly have felt heavy and stagnant for quite a while prior. Maybe at least for a decade, and then I started getting a little bit better over the last couple of years, but here it is right here. Here's the big change, all right? The life cycle coming in for a whole new rebirth. How freaking awesome, guys. How freaking awesome. Yoo-hoo. Okay. So here we have the divine masculine energies, okay? We have metamorphosis here in the physical, so a change taking place in the physical. So whatever has been coming through, whatever has been needing change, needing expression, needing help in any way, shape, or form, the change, the transformation, the metamorphosis is here in the physical this month. Ooh, awesome. And we have deception in the mental. So deception is, okay, this is like deceiving yourself, right? Denial of something. And Kuan Yin, the goddess of mercy, she talks about accepting the divine feminine energy, okay? All about accepting the divine feminine energy. And I really have been feeling for quite a while that the Pisces will struggle with their divine masculine energy, really accepting the divine feminine energy here, and trusting the divine feminine energy. And I really feel like many of the blocks have been from this little bit of a disconnect here. So this deception card, the way I'm feeling it right now, is all about revealing these blocks and this deception, this illusion, okay, that has blocked expression and stagnation, being able to really come out in your truth and communicate in a really productive and outgoing way in some way here. And then in the emotional space, we have crossroads. Well, we've got transformation happening, and then we have deception in the mental energy, right? Being brought to the light, understanding illusions, understanding where you've been deluding yourself, where you've been running away from yourself in some way, which in the heart space is going to create, you know, maybe a little bit of indecision here, not knowing which way to go, because you need to develop some kind of trust, okay, is what I'm getting. All right? Trusting now this new energy, right? Trusting now this new perception, this new awareness, this new way of expressing and communicating, and really being able to trust that. So there may be some indecision, or this could be the release of indecision. I know for myself, being a Pisces sun and moon and processing everything through a very intuitive and internal way, it's been very hard a lot of my life to really trust my feelings. And I think it's because we do pick up on so much energy in the environment that we get confused on what's us and what's that. And we don't realize it. We don't know. We don't, you know, well, at least I didn't for most of my life, realize that it was a clash of the difference between me and what was happening around me in the environment and other people. And I would always get tongue-tied and not be, I could express if I sat down on my own and journaled or wrote something, I could express it so well, exactly what I was feeling, and it would come out nice and smooth and logical. And then when I would go to talk face to face with somebody or in a group, oh my gosh, I would get tongue-tied. I wouldn't be able to express what it was that I wanted to say, or what it was that I was feeling, or what it was that I wanted to say. And now I realize it was the conflicting energies, right? All of a sudden my mind would go, and there's the deception, right? Not understanding and not feeling where the boundary is between you and others, and allowing a lot of energy into your field. I really feel Pisces need to keep energetic barriers of protection up on a very regular basis, so that you can fully feel yourself more than everything else going on around you. And then in the spiritual here, we have family. So this crossroads could be getting over the fact that you were having a hard time deciding stuff. I struggled with indecision, and I think it's this difference between you know what you want and then you go somewhere. I just experienced this doing a kitchen reno. Knew exactly what I wanted, went to Home Depot, and now I've got other people around me and other energy around me. And now all of a sudden I'm questioning, I'm doubting. And I knew exactly what I wanted going in. I knew it. But then I get like in this place where, oh my gosh, like everything is bogging down on me here. I didn't realize really how all the energy affected me so critically and so you know what I'm trying to say, right? So in the spiritual, we have family here. And so this could be anything to do with needing to heal family lineage. This could be anything to do with healing DNA. This could be anything to do with healing relationships and family, emotions about family. Because on the twin flame journey, if there is a disconnect with any of your relationships, then there is healing to do. Because that translates through and to the relationship with twin. Okay? So there's something to do with family here in the physical. So this could be expressing yourself to your family, like maybe you've kept quiet into yourself, much like I did, not really voicing your opinion. And so therefore you built up emotions, right? You built up emotions and beliefs and thoughts in regards to certain things. So there could be, resentment, there could be anger, there could be frustration, there could be disappointment, there could be abandonment and rejection, all associated to the family. This could also indicate bloodline, okay? Clearing the energy out of the bloodline because we inherit energy as well, right? In the divine feminine side, we have rebirth. So the divine feminine energy is getting this rebirth. The divine masculine energy is getting this acceptance and compassion for divine feminine energy here. So we have in the physical here admired. And I've always looked at this card and been like, wow, like she just looks so free and just light and airy. The transformation here, the 3 butterflies, but also the number 3, right? The masculine, the feminine, and the and source, right? Masculine, feminine, and the universe, all together in one here, free, basking in the light. I'm really feeling that this card is all about this freeness that you're going to feel here with this rebirth, okay? This freeing energy, this, oh my gosh, like, wow, the weight of the world has just been lifted off my shoulders, and really being able to shine your light out a lot more and express yourself, admiring yourself, admiring your energy, admiring your masculine energy, admiring your masculine, admiring all of the relationships that you're going to be able to build and fix or have been working on, just really starting to feel that love and that compassion here. And then in the mental energy, we have summer. And I take this as, it can be a timing marker. It absolutely can, guys. But I really take the summer card, at the seasons cards, as, for example, summer would be like warm and vibrant. Everything is on the go in the summer, right? People are out and about and just enjoying life, just enjoying the environment, just enjoying what the earth has to offer. And just like comfortable and warm and fuzzy and cozy, right? Summer. So in the mental energy, really coming into a place of accepting. And this lines up with this deception in the masculine energy over here, right? So like it really accepting here and bringing out the illusions so that now you're just more within yourself, just really balanced, getting more balanced in the mental energy here, regarding your own energy, your own inner self here. And then we have compromise here in the emotional energy, which is awesome. The joining, the unity of two, right? Finding a way to get along, really coming to a place of balance and understanding here in the heart space. And then we have mirroring in the spiritual space. So I'm not even sure really how to take this in the spiritual space. I know how to take it in the physical. I know how I take it in the physical space and in the mental space and in the emotional space. But in the spiritual space, I'm really feeling that it's about acknowledging and really starting to see how certain relationships, especially with family being in the masculine spiritual space here, how certain relationships have mirrored your mood and how you felt on the inside. And how you felt on the inside has mirrored what you're seeing on the outside. Like, I really think it's about like a awareness here, this new perspective of being able to see how these energies affect you. Okay? That's what I'm feeling here. So let's see what clarifiers come out. Okay. So, whoops. Can we get clarification, please, on what is happening? Can we get clarification, please, on metamorphosis in the divine masculine physical space? Metamorphosis in the divine masculine physical space, please. And remember, guys, you're the same energy as your twins. So your divine masculine will tell you a lot of what his divine masculine energy is doing. And your divine feminine energy will tell you a lot of what his internal divine feminine energy is starting to do. And then you've got it mixed with your zodiac sign, and that's where we all will differ a little bit. Plus, all twins do have different contracts, okay? You know, we watch these readings that, and you know, and I'll do them myself, where, you know, where is the divine masculine at, divine feminine at, whatever. And these are general reads, so they are a group of masculines within the collective. It's not necessarily the whole masculine collective, right? It is a group of. And we all have different contracts as twins, okay? Some twins have a contract where they do so much healing, and then that is their divine timing for union. And then they do the rest of their healing together. And some have contracts where they have to go through their whole healing process in separation before they come into union. And some will have contracts where physical union is not a part of the contract in this lifetime. Initially, okay, so don't get all upset. But if you do a lot of healing, if you've managed to do a lot of healing, there are people that drop out of their journey. Okay, and this is a message I received from Spirit in, I think it was February or March. I think it was February, that some of the divine feminines were dropping out of their contracts. It was just, they were just finding it just too hard and turning their back on the journey. And the unconditional love vibration has to be held on Earth at a certain level, okay, for the ascension process. And that means that so many divine feminines with their divine masculines have to be activated. So many divine feminines have to be on their journey, doing their thing, accepting their mission at any given time in order to hold the polarities, in order for each in order for each set of twins holds a polarity, right? A magnetic and an electric. So there has to be so many twins active on the earth in their mission, or active to their journey, not mission. Okay, mission is something you come into, but activated at any given time. And anybody who uses their free will to opt out of this contract, other twins who may not have had the initial contract for coming into union in this lifetime, then get bumped up, right? And twins that maybe, twin divine mates that maybe weren't supposed to be ascending through the twin flame template, all of a sudden then meet and start ascending through the twin flame template, because there has to be a certain frequency of unconditional love on the planet at all times for this ascension process here. This is our job, okay? This is how twins are helping and assisting in the ascension process, okay? So we have metamorphosis. So what is metamorphosis about? Wow, this is good. Metamorphosis is about King of Cups. So being in control of your emotions, being in control of, because King of Cups is full of love, right? But he's in control of his emotions, okay? And the Hierophant here represents beliefs, tradition, value. So really understanding your value, really being able to take control of your emotions. This is the transformation that is happening. This is the metamorphosis that is happening. This can also be letting go of certain limiting beliefs that you have had that surround love, that made it harder for you to control your love, that made it harder for you to control your emotions, okay? That have let go. And this now is all allowing you more control and a big transformation here in the physical, in the divine masculine energy. That is freaking awesome. Can we get some clarification on deception, please? Okay. Can we get another one, please? Okay, so here we have Five of Wands in reverse. So this is inner conflict, right? This is like conflicting with people, conflicting with yourself, just a card of conflict. And then we have the Six of Cups, which is well known as a soulmate card. So this, I'm taking this, and what I'm hearing is conflict with the masculine. The feminine conflict with the masculine here, okay? The soulmate card, this like of past memories, past emotions that you have had that are deceiving, that were an illusion. You were holding on to them, but you may have absorbed them from the environment and they weren't even yours to hold on to in the first place, right? Or from other people, from family members here, with family in the spiritual. Okay, causing conflict within on a mental level. So this could be beliefs even conflicting with your emotions, right? This is something from the past, something that's coming back from the past in some way here. So this could be your past relationship with your inner energies, right? That is coming to an end of conflict within. Deceptions are being revealed here in the mental energy, becoming more aware and understanding your emotions in some way, guys. This is a freaking awesome reading for us. Seriously. This is a really freaking awesome reading for us. This is avoiding conflict as well, okay? The Five of Wands in reverse. Avoiding conflict. So you may have been deceiving yourself that you may have been seeing that not expressing yourself, okay? Not expressing yourself was causing not expressing yourself because you didn't want to cause conflict within the connection, or not expressing yourself because you have you didn't want to you didn't like the emotional turmoil. But I'm really picking up that this is conflict with the inner energies, okay? The masculine and feminine, and which of course manifests out. So trying to avoid conflict with your masculine and not expressing yourself, okay? Or past memories, okay? Trying to avoid past memories, not reflecting on past memories and your past emotions because they upset you in some way. Now really being able to acknowledge them and let them go. Have compassion for all of the feelings that you've had in the past. Whether it's been something you've created yourself, something you've experienced, something you have absorbed, something you have inherited, but having compassion and forgiveness for that here with Kuan Yin, and coming out of avoiding this conflict of your energy, okay, which in turn manifested out. I know me. I avoided conflict with my masculine. I just put up and shut up, right? I avoided it. I didn't express, like this hurts me, that hurts me, or this is what I want, or this is what I would like. I didn't express, and now I have. So seeing all these cards come out like this and just having this happen to me over the last month was like, wow, crazy. In the emotional space, crossroads. Can we get some clarity on crossroads, please? Some clarity on crossroads, please. For Pisces twins. Pisces twin flames. Clarity on crossroads. Okay, so crossroads is like a state of indecision, right? Not knowing which way to go, not knowing what direction to take. And the clarity that came out for it is Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So having patience to bring in your happiness here. This indecision is in regards to your stability of happiness in some way. You've been at a crossroads with this, how am I going to get there? Where is my happiness? And patiently waiting for it to come in and not knowing which direction to take, not knowing which choice to make, because you haven't been very clear on your own emotions, because there's been so much interference here. And now we're getting more clear on what is us and what is beyond us. So having patience in regards to a decision you may have to make, or a decision that you haven't been able to make yet, that affects your happiness, the stability of your happiness in some way here. So compassion is coming in, enlightenment is coming in for this, a rebirth is coming in for this. So going to be able to move out of this place of indecision, okay, and recognizing what is going to bring in your happiness, or what ways you can step forward to heal what needs to be healed, and patiently wait for this happiness to come in, because it is coming. It is coming, guys. Okay, so clarity on this family, please. Can we get some clarity on family for Pisces? Pisces twins in the spiritual. Can we get clarification on family, please? Clarification on family. Cute. we got 3. Okay, didn't really want 3, but they gave me 3. Okay, so we have 10 of Swords in reverse, so coming out, maybe not allowing, we have been in a state of not allowing some thought process to let go, that it was that something we were working on where we weren't allowing something to end that needed to end, something we weren't seeing here in regards to family. Okay, so something we weren't seeing or willing to accept, something we weren't either seeing or willing to accept, that now, okay, 8 of Pentacles is working on something diligently, working on an art form, working skillfully on something. Working skillfully on something we weren't seeing. Working skillfully on something, this is in reverse. So this is now coming out of that place and just, like, I'm not even going to bother anymore because this isn't working. Okay, we weren't allowing that to die. So the way I'm seeing this is something to do with family that we weren't seeing or weren't willing to accept or acknowledge in some way that we were working on. Now, know that we had given up working on, that we weren't seeing, that we had given up working on, and therefore this thought process or this belief, because these are thoughts here, 10 of Swords, some kind of belief that we weren't accepting, that needed to transition into, that needed to be let go of, okay, that needed to come to some kind of end. This is what is going to be healing, okay? So these, and this totally corresponds with this, okay? The inner conflict with past emotions, because this can be childhood as well. So inner child, conflict from your inner child here, creating deceptions, okay? So this could have something to do with family here, something you haven't been seeing, something that hasn't ended in a thought process that you gave up working on in some way because, oh God, this is just the way it is, or whatever the case may be here. So take a look at family, okay? Inherited, lineage. Take a look at family relationships, because there's something that we weren't seeing. Now this is in reverse, right? So something we were either daydreaming about or wished for, and then we just, gave up on that and gave up working on it. And so therefore it never ended, okay? It was like held up in letting go of. And it has something to do with a thought process that affects emotions and also affects our ability to create abundance, our ability to create something in the material world. This, I'm hearing right now, is what the stagnation was about. If you have been stuck in a period where you feel like you just haven't been able to move forward. So this is about something coming into awareness, something that is healing in the spiritual energy, to do with family, to do with lineage. So if you can do inner child work and family clearing this month, you're really going to knock this one out the park, guys. Okay, this rebirth and this compassion energy here that is coming in to assist Pisces is Pisces twins is really going to help in those areas. So if you are doing any energy healing or meditations, really concentrate on inner child, family lineage, heritage, bloodlines, things like that. Okay? In the divine feminine energy over here, of course, we have the rebirth, right? This new cycle coming in, this brand new phase of life that's coming in here. And then we have admired in the physical space. Can we get some clarity on admired, please? some clarity on admired. I'm hearing not receiving love here. Feeling like you weren't receiving love in some way. So something that is coming down in the family lineage bloodlines that has to do with lack of abundance, lack of material, that makes you feel unloved in some way. That was creating conflict internally. It was a subconscious program or pattern to do with beliefs here that can be found in the inner child and family lineage. So really do some work there, guys. Really do some meditations there in asking for help in releasing blocks in those areas, because the energy is right here to support it. Okay. Clarity on admired, please. Clarity on admired. Okay. We have the Chariot, so movement in regards to something that you weren't seeing clearly here, something that you weren't, or something you weren't communicating, or something you weren't expressing, now is coming to the light here with admired and coming out, being able to express. Like, she's very expressive here, right? She's basking in the light, and she's just admiring life, admiring others. This is just all about speaking your truth here, guys. Movement here, the Chariot. Something is going to move forward in something that you were repressing, a thought, or some sort of communication that you were repressing here. This can also be higher self. I see the pages a lot as certain aspects of the higher self. So this could be like stalking behavior, because the Page of Swords just kind of watches in reverse, just kind of watches, hangs back, right? So now there's like admiration coming in. There's rebirth coming in to build up admiration, to be able to turn this around and be able to express, be able to speak out in some way. With Summer here, can we get clarification on Summer here, please? To warm the thoughts here, out of a place of regret. So all of this inner conflict here, and whatever is in the family bloodlines and lineage, or family dynamic in some way, was causing mental regret, okay? Mental regret that that was affecting some kind of stability, okay? So the mental thoughts have been pretty unstable when it comes to family, when it comes to really understanding why and where we can't express, because the King of Pentacles is all about confidence and being grounded, right? Being grounded and confident and abundant in a physical way, what we perceive abundance as. And here's the thing with tarot. Pentacles is a representation of the physical aspects, right? What you can see, touch, like experience on the physical level. In the 5D consciousness, Pentacles is a state of being. So it's being, not having, right? It's not having the house and cars. It's being in a place where you can get from A to B without any hassle. Being in a comfortable place where you can lay down your head at night and cook your meals and enjoy your family. So it's more a state of being in the fifth dimension than it is a state of having. And so the way that we view and see abundance changes. So that's what I'm hearing here with this new perception, okay? With this new perception and this rebirth, really coming more into a fifth dimensional consciousness here and letting go of regret and loss to do with how we view abundance, to do with how of whether we feel stable and secure and grounded and confident, and really having warmer thoughts in regards to what we have and don't have. You know what I mean? And then we have a compromise here in the heart space of the divine feminine energy. Can we get some clarity on compromise, please, for the month of May? Compromise for the month of May, please. For the Pisces twins. Compromise for the month of May. Both of them, they said. Both of them. So yeah, okay. Coming more into balance here. Being more giving and receiving, more in balance here with compromise. Coming out of illusions, seeing your options, really understanding your options more in your heart. And really putting into practice this compromising, both your energies working together on a more mutual understanding within that is going to help bring in abundance and options. Oh, wow, this is great. Really balancing the scales here, okay, with compromise. The heart space of the divine feminine is really going to be incorporating a lot of the heart space of divine masculine here. So patience here as you compromise and come into balance, bringing in the happiness, the stability in the happiness, right? And can we get some clarification on mirroring, please? Clarification on mirroring. Cute. One more, please. So we have the Knight of Wands here. So this is about your power, right? Your power, your passion, your creativity, your desire here, wanting to move forward here. Three of Pentacles is collaboration with somebody in a very physical way. So passion in wanting to move forward, to collaborate with somebody together in a place where, because there's no collaboration here, right? Three of Pentacles in reverse is not collaborating. So mirroring here is about coming forward in a passionate way to create something with somebody else that wasn't being created before. And this is being mirrored here. This is being mirrored here. So this can be an indication that your divine masculine is also getting this passion here to create something of value, of worth with somebody, with you, right? With you. And this is where this happiness is coming in, I believe. This happiness and patience as we come out from illusions and start seeing more options here, coming more into balance with the masculine and feminine. And because we're coming more into balance, inner balance with the masculine and feminine, we're going to see a lot more mirroring of that in the spiritual energy here. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. So for healing here, letting go of beliefs that are coming to light, okay, that are probably going to be regarding either some kind of past memories or childhood memories, or some kind of past memories to do with family that was something you weren't seeing before, okay? That was holding up your ability to create, your Ten of Pentacles here in the physical. And it has something to do with thoughts. Again, thoughts and thoughts. So there's some kind of limiting belief that's going to come to light, that you're going to be able to let go of here. And your heart space is going to come out of a state of indecision and be able to just be patient in regards to, because this indecision has been like, you know, how do I bring in my happiness? Like, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? And this is coming out of that state, because this is going to be coming in here. You're going to be able to express. There's probably things you haven't been able to say or do or express in regards to either something that happened in the past with the family or something within the family period. And then the messages here are all the freaking same, guys. This reading was like really blowing my mind here. We got card number 18, right? The 9. Say what you mean. Say what you mean what you say. Don't hold back, express yourself, but make sure it's coming from an honest and truthful place, okay? And not a hurtful place. And make sure it's not coming out of fear or anxiety. Make sure it's got nothing to do with those anxiety and fear based belly bubbles that we get, okay? Make sure it's coming from the heart. Make sure it's truth and clear and concise, and say what you mean here. And then we got parents, okay? The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Again, reinstating this family thing here, something that was out of balance, something that we were deceiving ourselves about. Tradition here, tradition and beliefs that stem from either the family bloodline or something you were taught as a child, something that you haven't been seeing because it's something you believed, right? It was programmed into you. So releasing that, letting go of that, and doing it with love and compassion and gratitude, because we're not taught these things by religion and school and parents and society, because people intentionally want to hurt us and hold us back from our life's purpose and our soul missions and all of that. It's just a changing paradigm that we're at the forefront of, right? So letting go of any kind of resentment or anger that you may have in regards to realizing something that stemmed from, right? Something that stemmed from has held you up for a while. Right? There's no point in hanging on to resentment and anger and frustration or whatever over it, right? They did their best, just like we do our best with our children. I'm sure that 1,000,001 times we've made mistakes with ours. I know I sure as heck did. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to all of us. Again, something about being in touch with your own emotions. Something about realizing and accepting the internal way that you process, the internal way that you experience, right? And then we have, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So talk to people in spiritual groups, right? Talk to people on twin flame group. Well, be careful with that, because there's a lot of people in there who really don't know what they're talking about. But talk to people. Just talk to people to release things that you need to express. And talk to people you trust. This also indicates if you have trouble, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know how to address these issues, like, okay, well, how do I do that? Because energy healing is more than just, sitting down and doing the meditation and picturing the imagery in your mind. And you have to really, truly believe and feel the belief and believe the belief to the core of your being is what gives it its strength. So if you don't know where to start, if you don't know what tools to use, what types of meditations to do, what types of energy to use, whether it be color or whether it be the name of an energy, like calling in Kuan Yin, or calling in Mother Mary, Lady Nada, Krishna, Kali, Durga, and whatever energies are out, the archangels, whatever energies are out there. If you don't know who to call in to help assist in these types of matters, talk to an energy healer. Get a couple of sessions. And they will give you a follow-up exercise to do, something that you can meditate on and do and use, a tool you can use to continue the work, enhance the work, whatever it may be that the energy healer has done on you. Ha ha ha. I'm sorry, guys. I started clearing away the cards and say goodbye and everything. And then I realized I was so excited about the reading and all this newness coming in. And oh my gosh, because I've felt so stuck for so long. I was all excited about the energies in the reading. And I forgot to pull your Atlantean card. And I forgot to pull your messages. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm so sorry. Okay. So can we get an Atlantean advice card, Atlantis card for the Pisces twins, please? Atlantis card for the Pisces twins, please. Atlantis oracle for the Pisces twins, please. Well, we got two. We weren't supposed to get two. Wow. Honestly, guys, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Seriously. Creative expression. Okay? Creative expression. Card number 17, creative expression. That's an 8, right? That's infinity. In the golden times, the Atlanteans loved to express their creativity through art, music, and making beautiful things. They put their hearts and souls into their creations, knowing that the more they poured into them, the more love would radiate out from whatever they had fashioned. Although they had the power to manifest objects, they preferred to make them and derived great satisfaction from creating simple and unique pieces. This enabled them to enjoy the senses and helped them to develop their right brain. Be individual. Your guidance is to do or make something creative. However you express this, you are called on to channel your divine energy into the unique, beautiful, harmonious, and original. Take this opportunity to develop all your senses. Create something unique and satisfying. So, do some writing. Create a beautiful vase of flowers for your table. If you sew, maybe make a, tablecloth or pillowcase or, anything. Anything to express your individuality. If you play music, spend a lot of time this month playing. If you paint, if you just spend a lot of time creating. Create. Be creative, right? Be creative. Use your expression any way you possibly can. And then we also got contemplation. The people of Golden Atlantis is card number 25, by the way. That's a 7. The people of Golden Atlantis spent much time in nature, in quiet contemplation, which enabled them to maintain a sense of balance, inner peace, and wisdom. It also allowed them to sustain their connections to the universe and each other. During these periods, the angels, unicorns, and nature spirits could communicate with them, offering clarity, guidance, and inspiration. And in the silence, they absorbed cosmic light that was beamed down on them. And what I was hearing when I was reading this, guys, before it goes out of my mind, and it's already starting to go, oh my gosh. Oh, what I was hearing was this spending time in nature, especially for Pisces, is really good because of the external environmental energy from others that we pick up on so, so often. So really sitting quietly in nature, just alone, and being with the environmental spirits, which are less dense in their vibration, right? They're not as heavy and they don't project their energy on you. Will really help you connect with your inner you, will really help you connect to source. So that's what I was hearing when I was reading it. Quiet time. Choosing this card suggests that it would help you to spend time in a quiet contemplation. This may enable you to clarify the next part of a project or receive guidance about your future. It suggests that you know the answers but need to tune into your inner wisdom to access them. And that's exactly what I was saying, right? Let answers emerge during your quiet times. The external energy that Pisces picks up on, like I can't even, maybe it's because I'm a sun and moon, but I can't even express to you guys how I learned over the last few years how much it actually affected me, how much it actually interfered with my own self, and how I spent so much of my life being confused because of all the energy that was around me. And I really, really, really think that all of this has to do with this awareness coming in and really being able to stay centered. And what I'm hearing is, if you have a place where you can go outside to do the meditations that I was telling you about, to work on the family lineage, to work on the inner child, this is the place to do it. So that you're not having external energies all around you. And at the very least, guys, if you have to do it inside and there's other people living in the house and around you and all that, sage yourself in the area before you start, or Palo Santo, or and hold a heart and a tourmaline, okay? Something that will protect you from other energies invading you too much. Okay. Can we get a message from the Pisces Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine, please? A message from the Pisces Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. And in my head, right after that popped out, which is 2 actually, right after that popped out in my head, I was just about to open my mouth, but it came flying out. Okay. So from the feminine to the masculine. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. That is a beautiful message, guys, because of what I was talking about in regards to how we perceive abundance, and the fact of the inner child coming up here, right? The memories that you share. So clearing away any yuck from any memories that are causing conflict in your being, and really learning to perceive that the abundance is not money, house, cars. The abundance is a state of being. It's a state of being. Okay? And also healing. Imagine yourself and your loved one surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. What was I telling you guys? Seriously, what was I telling you? You know, you picture yourself and you picture your masculine, both as young children, and you do the meditation. Did I tell you guys that, or was that the last one? But you picture, I always include my masculine, always. I include me and my masculine in every meditation, me and my masculine in every inner child, me and my masculine. And from the masculine to the feminine, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. What was I saying about how I felt that this whole reading was about the less conflict between the two inner energies, right? The masculine accepting, the feminine more so, and less resistance between the two, because Pisces tends to be, we're in this duality consciousness world, and Pisces really processes through the intuitive energy, right? Really processes through that intuitive energy, and that can cause a lot of conflict because everybody else and everything else is more external and we're internal. And so it can produce a lot of conflict. And this is really what I'm taking about that. And I think that our divine masculine and the perceptions that we have been raised on, in Pisces especially, really fights the inner battle with the intuitive divine feminine. And then we also have that intuitive in the sign, in our astrological chart so much. And it's just amazing to me, because I have just come into the realization over the last few months of all of this stuff, and being a Pisces sun and moon and Mercury, how it affects my day-to-day life on every freaking level, in every way. I'm like extremely intuitive, but at the same time, man, do I ever have a hard time with that outer world. You know, my inner world is a much nicer, safer, cozier place, but I can't live there. So I really think that this is about accepting, really accepting, and really healing those inner wounds, especially for Pisces, with the compassion and mercy that's coming in with Kuan Yin, and the rebirth and new cycle that's coming in from the cosmos. I think that's awesome. So again, I send you love and light. Okay, guys? Anybody looking for a reading, my information is down below. Okay? So hopefully that gave you guys some insight, some clarity, something to work on if you're feeling like you know there's stuff you still need to work on. If we're in separate, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, if you're in separation, there's something that needs to be healed. It's that simple. So, yeah. So that's the energy for the Pisces twins for the month of May. I'm sending you all love and light and healing for your energies, and see you in a month. Thanks, guys. Bye.